Hey guys, we're here at Pocket Gamer Connects Helsinki 2016. I am here with Natalie Portier of Appodeal. What is it that you guys do?
Well, as you know from our slogan, you probably know that we are programmatic ad monetization. So we basically provide and we offer the best kind of monetization to our users that are based on ads. So what our solution provides is only one account, unlike other mediators. So you only set up one account on Appodeal, and we create accounts on every other network that we are using. We only provide one SDK that has already integrated all of the 35 plus ad providers in it. So you don't have to actually manually create and manually install every single SDK of every single provider out there. So we also perform a, how would you say this? So we analyze each of the ad networks. And we analyze each of the ad unit for your specific audience, and we make sure that this ad unit and this ad will make you the most money.
Right.
So we do it before we actually show in the ad. So before, so when the app is launched, you already can be sure that you are making as much money as you can possibly make with advertisement.
Okay. So one of the tricky things with any kind of ad network service is pairing the right kind of ads with the right game and with the right user who's actually playing it. So how do you ensure you get the right kind of, for a start, the right format for adverts?
So, of course, there are different kind of formats which Appodeal all offers. So there are native ads, and there are banner ads and interstitials and videos that are rewarded and not rewarded. So for different kind of games and for different kind of apps, different kind of formats will work. For native ads, for example, they almost never work with the game unless this game has sort of a feed. So native kind of ad will work with an app that has feed like Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest or something like that. So it's rarely gaming ad format. The most used ad format for games are interstitials, which are full screen banners, regular banners, and videos that could be rewarded and non-rewarded, which are all great formats. One have some better features than the other ones, but I feel personally that for me, the thin banner, is the most annoying one. So they also tend to drop users, which is fine for some games. Not the user retention drop, but the banner ads are fine for some games, but not for all of them. So you have to be very careful when using this format.
Okay.
However, this is the good thing is that this is also the lowest paying ad format. So if you don't use it, you won't lose all that much.
Well, you mentioned user retention there. That can be a really tricky thing to deal with. Again, not just keep the game keeping the player interested, but the fact that when players encounter ads, sometimes they can find them off-putting and frustrating, and they just kind of go, oh, I can't be dealing with it, and they stop playing the game. How do you ensure that you keep players and they're not put off by your advertising?
Right. Yeah, advertisement can be really annoying, as you said, and it can lower retention rate significantly. So my suggestion would be is not to use any of the advertisement for first period of when users starts to play the game. So they get hooked, and to offer advertisement after 7th or 14th day. So when the person already is familiar with the game and already knows the game so well that they like it, and you know for sure that they're going to come back. And a lot of developers, what a lot of developers do to retain user is they use combination of ads and in-app purchases. Because as we know, only about 1 to 3% of all users actually do in-app purchases, and the rest they just never purchase the extra features or extra virtual currency, wherever it's offered. So it's a good thing to use the combination, and we find that if you use the reward videos for these extra features, and the player tries and has the taste of these extra features and extra bonuses, extra added things, they are more likely to actually make this in-app purchase later on when they get tired of watching the videos, which is very interesting. So we personally, on our side, we see that with help of the rewarded videos, this combination of the rewarded videos and in-app purchase, you can actually see increase of in-app purchase after some time.
So that's kind of interesting. A lot of people focus on the first maybe few weeks or even the first few days because they assume the user's going to play it briefly, they throw loads of ads at them quickly and then they go. But you're kind of recommending a softly approach where give them a couple of weeks, let them get into the game, get them hooked, then you start introducing the adverts.
Well, yes, but this approach will only work if you already have a big audience. Yeah. So if you don't really care about making money fast. If you're small indie developers and you want to make money so you can actually invest into user acquisition, it makes sense to start showing the ads right away. But if you already have 1 or 2 million daily active users, you don't want to drop the users right away because you know that the game is good enough to retain a user. So after they have, especially this works for complicated games, right. So after the person already is familiar with the game, they would want to stay and they are less likely to drop out after 14 or 28 days.
Okay.
And then you can slowly approach with the ad monetization.
Right. And if you were speaking to a new developer, if I was making a game, what would be the kind of 1 or 2 bits of advice you would give them if they were trying to integrate ads into their design?
Well, first of all, find out what kind of ad formats your competitors use. So if you have a small game, for example, that is arcade, probably not a good idea to use arcade, meaning that you always have to tap the screen. Probably not a good idea to use thin banner because you can accidentally miss the tapping the screen and tap the banner. Which
I am familiar with this from games. It is frustrating.
It is frustrating, but it also is not good for advertiser either because they won't pay a lot of money if the CTR is really high. Yeah. So you have to be really careful not to go to the fraud section of the advertiser as well. What is a good format to use? I would definitely recommend interstitial. Okay. It is very easy format to close and it doesn't get annoying. Personally, to me, it never annoys me at all, especially if you use it at the end of the level or at the end of the level if you lost. Or every 2 to 3 minutes. So it's not so frequently that all you do is watching the ad and closing the ads. Yeah. So if you do it, if you space it out, and if you space it out, then the user won't be annoyed with it. Okay. The video, as I mentioned, the reward video is a really good format if you do the combination with the in-app purchase. But the actual video, the regular video that you can skippable videos, we call them, you can use in place of interstitials. So a good combination of ads would be also interstitial plus skippable video. The skippable video pay more and you can skip it so it won't be as annoying as rewarded video, which you actually have to watch the whole 30 or 45 seconds. And video will pay more than interstitial. But you don't want to show the video every single ad unit that you're going to show. So I would suggest every 3 to 5 ads you would show the skippable video.
Okay, so break it up a little bit of breathing room in between. Okay, and what are you guys up to for like the rest of the year? I mean, the industry moves kind of fast, of course, and there are always new trends. Previously it was just single screens and banners, and then it moved quickly to video and interstitials and stuff. Where do you see it going next? What's the next thing on the horizon, do you reckon?
Well, it's definitely mediation. There are so many players in the industry right now. There's so many ad providers, ad tech providers, that people, the first new developer, they've lost. They don't know what to use. So most of people go to either MoPub or AdMob or someone who's been in the market for a long time, which creates a little difficulty to monetize their users because these are great providers. We also work with them and we love them. But these providers, they won't provide you full fill rate in all of your geographical areas, for example. And they only have so many ads that they can. So there will be always the same ad that's been showing over and over again. So you would want to mix it up a little bit. You would want to build a waterfall. But for that to happen, you actually have to go and see how many ad providers out there and who pays the most money and who pays the most money for this kind of audience and this and that. So this is a lot of work. So I see personally that next step, next big step is the mediation, which there are quite a few players on the market who mediate. They all are different, and I see, which is not surprising, but from the objective point of view, I see that Appodeal offers the most comprehensive solution for the mediation.
Naturally, excellent. Well, best of luck with that in the future, and thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you so much, James.
Pleasure.